Hey guys, it's the Addi Queen, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make fuzzy socks like I have on right now. Oh my goodness, these socks are so comfortable and they're so super quick and easy to make. For this tutorial you're going to need a thinner baby yarn like this. See, like the Bernat Baby, like this yarn is too thick. So you want something that is a bit thinner. We'll be using this right here. This is too thick. Alright, we're just going to cast on like normal. And we're going to knit 100 rows. So I'm going to grab this dude and knit my 100 rows. Alright, so I just finished my 100th row. Now I'm going to take some waste yarn. Notice I'm putting my ball in the center. You do not want to cut your yarn that's attached to your ball or your skein. I'm going to do 4 or 5 rows of waste yarn. Alright, so this is my last row of waste yarn. I am just going to cut it and take this around twice to take my project off of the loom. So now I'm going to unball this because here's my working yarn. I'm just going to stretch this out to find my cast on end. Alright, going to take your cast on thread, pull it tight. You're going to make sure that comes to a nice clean closure right there. I'm going to trim it. Then I'm going to grab my yarn needle right here. I'm just going to run this yarn right here through here a couple of times. You want to make sure to do this really well because you're going to cut this thread all the way off. You don't want the toe of your sock to come open. Not be very fun for anyone. So now I'm going to cut this right here. Turn back up here. And I'm going to crochet. So you're going to use a thinner needle. This needle is a size G, which is 4.5 millimeters. You're going to start in this first stitch here. Loop your working yarn. Go in the second stitch. Loop, yarn over, loop, yarn over. Now you're going to go into your next stitch. Working yarn, yarn over, then do another extra stitch there. We're doing the extra stitches to make it looser, that way it fits over like your cap. So you loop on, go through the stitch, loop on, yarn over, extra stitch, loop on, stitch, like that. I'm now back to the first stitch, so I'm just going to loop on and go back in my first stitch. I'm going to take my scissors and cut this. You're just going to run the yarn through like a stitch through itself and pull. Just tying a little knot. You're going to pull off your waste yarn. Should come off quite simply. There we go. Now this extra end, for a little bit more security, I'm just going to weave it through a little bit. So go like on the opposite end and pull the yarn through. Just working it into the stitches. That way, like, if you need to do a repair, you have the extra yarn there. I'm going to pull that into a knot and trim. I usually use this as the inside of my sock. So if you look, this side is a lot fluffier. And then I just fold that down, and it fits on a foot pretty amazingly. Now you're going to repeat the same process for the other sock. Socks I just made in this video, and as you can see, they come pretty far up my calf. Like, these are my knees, and I like to just sort of fold them over too, like that, to have like a cute little cuff. My foot size is an 8 in the US. I think these would fit anywhere from like a 5 or 6, clear up to a size 10 women's, just because they're really stretchy. I have also seen ladies use velvet yarn for this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy crafting, and I hope that you enjoy these socks as much as I do.